evening, about 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, of George Pickens responding to an interview between Beanie Bishop and Peyton Wilson. And it said, quote, the cheapest organization, ain't no stacking year after year. They gonna let them word go too soon. It's time. Everybody freaks out. Everybody's looking around going, George, man, we were waiting for this one. But at the same time, we thought you were better. We thought the introduction press conference in Dallas, in my opinion, was like a stepping stone of, okay, George is moving on. He's taking the high road. He's looking at this and saying, all right, time to move on. He then posted a picture on his Instagram story later that day, about 2 hours later, that said, quote, literally on a plane, no service, just landed and seen straight lies from Pitt fans. Stop with AI trying to make a story. I'm happy with everything the Steel City did for me. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there. I will say this, okay? First off, shout out to all the mothers out there, obviously. Shout out to all the mothers out there. George Pickens, in my head, 3 strikes and you're out. And in this case, it's 3 strikes. All right, dude, you just got to get called out for the blatant lies. For those of you who do not remember, George Pickens has a history of doing just this. He once liked a comment under his own Instagram post about how the Pittsburgh Steelers need to get this guy a quarterback. Who was his starting quarterback at the time? Kenny Pickett, who was supposed to be the guy for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He was asked about liking that comment and could have simply said, it was a mistake. I bumped it. Happens all the time. Instead, he said, you can't post comments on my pictures, which you can if you didn't know already. Second, he once deleted all of his photos of him being a Pittsburgh Steeler on his Instagram. Mm-hmm. And then followed that one up by saying, I've never posted anything about football on my Instagram. The 2 pictures that remained on Instagram was him playing football at the University of Georgia. So track record is not on his side. I mean, you believe? I'll ask the easy question just in case you feel differently. Do you believe George? Do you believe George?
What else can you do but believe him? I mean, there's no, I'm totally kidding. All right. I love his commitment to just saying whatever he wants. I'm kind of taking some notes. I think the next time I get in trouble, I'm just going to end it with like whatever the closest holiday is. Or just be like, oh man, that didn't happen at all. Also, happy Father's Day. Just want to shout out.
I think that's an excellent way to go about it.
I feel like that's really good. You just get that little nice, oh, we're back on track there. I don't really believe him. AI can make a lot of things happen nowadays. There's a ton of things that you have to be very considerate of on the internet. But yeah, I think maybe George Pickens is just a little careless with how he uses social media and then gets caught because that's just the world we live in nowadays. So I don't really buy it.
I don't think anybody's buying it. Look, my thing with George Pickens is it's in the past, whatever. It's fun. It's hilarious. The bigger question, I think, where we sit here is, okay, it's going to continue. Let's not act like it's not going to continue. You know what I'm saying? This is a well-rounded thing. And we can sit here and talk about George's character all day long. I don't care about it. I don't think you care about it. I don't think any Steelers fan cares about it. You want to know what we do care about? It has been a long list of Steelers wide receivers leaving and just blowing up. And George started to blow up a little bit, during this. Antonio Brown started blowing up a little bit during this. Where does he rank? I was watching a tier list yesterday, and I think it's time to just put George into the category of where and how close to Antonio Brown are you? So I will start the list, and I'll ask you where he stands. It includes recently Antonio Brown, obviously, Chase Claypool, Juju Smith-Schuster, who, I was there for the Juju, I was there for the Chase, Deontay, anybody but Antonio Brown. And, I've followed, I was here afterwards, so I was close enough. And I will say Juju is by far not a problem. Never was. I defended that guy, even with the TikTok nonsense. Juju, Chase Claypool, Deontay Johnson, Antonio Brown, George Pickens. Let's rank them. Juju's got to be one, right? Juju's got to be one, easiest, cool, smooth. If you were going to take the kid, take that kid, moral, you know what I mean? Everything's looking good.
Incredible.
Two. Who you thinking two? Chase, George, Deontay? It's a tough conversation.
Let's go. This might be a crazy one, and I don't know if you're going to meet me here, but I think Deontay.
I'm thinking Deontay too. I looked at Deontay Johnson as a guy that had a lot of issues, but the reason he stuck around so long is because he would walk up in front of the podium and be like, yeah, dude, that was 100% me. My bad. I suck. I'm going to make it up. You know, we'll get real, like, emotional, loving, feeling good. And then he'd just go do it again, obviously, but at least he apologized. All right, big question. George, Chase, I don't even think this is close. Do you think it's close?
Here's my struggle right now is the recency bias. This is so fresh. The George leaving is so fresh. Like everything he did feels amplified. So I'm like, it feels like I might be casting aspersions to not put him at number 3, but I don't know. I'm torn right now. Where are you at?
I am going Chase Claypool after Deontay Johnson, and then a significant gap between George Pickens and then Antonio Brown. And to be honest, I think they're close. I do. I look at them and say, AB, man, did some George Pickens did all of it in a much quicker timeline. AB was here 10 years. George Pickens was here 3. They probably showed up late to the same amount of games. Like, nuts. Absolutely wild times with George Pickens. Shout out to George Pickens, man. I mean, just the headline that keeps on coming.